hope you had a good resurrection celebration.
But I am glad that you were able to call me on the 9th anniversary of the federal law that says precisely what Roe versus Wade said needed to be said for legal infanticide to end.
No kidding. April 1st. How many years ago?
9.
9? No kidding. Interesting. The Supreme Court said that, huh?
No, federal law.
Oh, that's right. That's wasn't that
Lacey's law, yeah. 18 USC 1841 paragraph D.
Yeah, that's Scott Peterson, I believe.
Right.
We used that in our brief, didn't we?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. I talked to Rachel recently, and we're just waiting to hear about oral argument being scheduled. And at one time, she said that she's going to try to allow me to watch it over the internet, her oral argument at the Kansas Supreme Court. And I'm going to see if Gene and anybody else, Tony, who might be in town, can go and watch it, while she's giving it. I heard recently where, I guess at the peak of abortion in this nation, there were something like 1,200 some abortion clinics. Now they're down to 660, which is good news.
Did you know that Tiller's Clinic is going to be opened up again?
Yes, I heard. I'd say probably 4 or 5 months ago that they were going to try to open it in January, and thank God I don't believe it. I don't even think it's still open yet.
And the open house is scheduled for this coming week.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, first week after Easter, and then the week after that they should be open for business. Let me give you this is my statement, and I put in the Prayer and Action News, which I put in the mail today. My statement: if someone would shoot the new abortionist like Scott shot George Tiller, back in the Operation Rescue days, pro-lifers called him Tiller the Killer, hardly anyone will appreciate it but the babies.
That's a very true statement.
It will be a blessing to the babies. Everyone else will panic.
That's great, David. That's great.
Of all places to open up a killing office, to reopen the one office in the United States more notorious for decades than any other, is an act of defiance against God and the last remaining remnants of reverence for human life.
Absolutely. Very well said.
It is what the Supreme Court classifies as fighting words, like throwing lard in a mosque, burning a cross in a black neighborhood, or immersing a cross in urine at taxpayers' expense.
Right.
It is a reckless act. It is not the act of someone who values their own safety.
Very good point.
It is a gauntlet thrown down by someone who wants a fight.
I love it.
Of course, I don't know if anyone will pick up the gauntlet. I didn't know Scott would act before he did. Pro-lifers could stop all abortion if they would defend state laws criminalizing abortion, such as recently in Arkansas or North Dakota, with the federal law which says precisely what Roe said must be said for legal abortion to end. That argument is part of Scott's appeal, but a state attorney general arguing it will be listened to better. But will pro-lifers act on this opportunity? Will any amica of babies testify? Americans have the infanticide habit, and habits have proven harder to break, even for Christian pro-lifers, than I had ever imagined.
Well, that's great, Dave. That's a really, really good piece. I hope they print it, and I've been looking at the Capital Journal and the Kansas City Star at our library here, so hopefully I'll be able to see it get printed in there.
Well, I'd like to hear your statement about.
Oh, about Tiller's place opening, reopening again?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't really. I guess I should have been putting more thought into it, but it is a little bit death-defying, for someone to walk back in there. I think that woman's name is Julie Burkhart, but I call her Julie Darkheart, and to walk in there and reopen a clinic, a murder mill where a man was stopped. It's almost like putting a target on your back, saying, "Well, let's see if you can shoot me." But I have to go back to what Pastor Mike Bray said. If 100 abortionists were shot, they'd probably go out of business. So I think 8 have been shot, so we got 92 to go, and maybe she'll be number 9. I don't really know. I'm not sure about that, but she's kind of painting a target on her. I don't know for sure, but it's really it's a shame and a disgrace to further bring back this again that was once stopped for 4 years. And I hear that the neighborhood has really become very peaceful, and now it's going to probably be the turmoil that it once was, with all the the picketing and what have you. And I really liked your comment about the fact that the little babies are the only ones who are going to appreciate if it stopped again. And that's of course there is a small minority that would appreciate it, being stopped too. But us adults, being an adult, you never have. Actually, anyone being born never has the threat of being aborted, so it's easy for them to make a statement one way or the other. But for those who have not been born yet, they're the ones who appreciate the most being protected. That's for sure. So, off the top of my head, that's pretty much what I have to say. I'm glad that it's taken this long. I thought it was going to be much earlier, and all those companies, like the electrical companies that have gone in there and mechanical and to remodel that area, just do they really know what they're doing by aiding and abetting in the murder of unborn children? It's a pretty sad thing.
Apparently, they're not going to be doing late-term abortions anymore.
Well, that's a good thing. What they don't tell the public is that in any abortion, these babies never have anesthesia. They feel all that pain. And have you heard anything from Shelley?
Well, there's about 4 entries in her diary there.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
And also put in a count of exactly how many days she has been in as of Easter morning.
No kidding. Right. I think she's down to about 6 or 7 years now, isn't she?
Just over 5 years.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, that's real good. And we'll be counting down the days, and that's wonderful. I hope.
Now that after 5 years, she's not completely free. All that means is she goes to a halfway house.
Oh, really? And how long does she have to do that? Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, but at least she's outside. And of course, she's been in a federal prison, I think, after she left Kansas. And they always say they're better, but I'm sure God's taking care of her, and I think she enjoys I think she has a teaching job now, so that's good. So this is the 9th anniversary of Scott Peterson's case, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's something else. It's I've told a lot of men around here, it's sad how you can have such a good case on paper according to statute that you have a winning case, but it all depends on who decides it, you know. But God can take the heart of the king and make it go whichever way he wants, like a river. So, you know, we just put our trust in him, and he'll work all things for our good to those who love him and are called according to his purpose. But listen, I won't be able to stay on much longer. It's getting close to about 8 o'clock.
All right.
Yeah. But is Dorothy doing okay?
Yeah, she's cooking for me now.
She's doing what?
Cooking.
Oh, well, that's nice. Well, tell her I said hello and that I hope you guys had a wonderful resurrection celebration. You know, I don't observe Easter. I observe Passover and the days of unleavened bread. And I believe that tonight we went into the last day of unleavened bread, which is the Sabbath. You know, let her know, give her my regards, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And maybe in a few days I'll try calling back and see how you're doing.
All right.
Hey, brother. Well, listen, you take good care, and God bless you now.
All right. I did post. I just want you to know I did post the first installment of our conversations on YouTube about a week ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And
they've already been posted for a while?
Yeah.
All right. Well, God bless you, and you take good care, and I'll see you soon, or I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye now.